Well, $93,000 Bitcoin is officially here. Will you be sitting around the Thanksgiving table telling your family, I told you Bitcoin will be at 100,000 by Thanksgiving? Where are the markets headed? We have our top picks to hold at least through the end of the year, potentially into 2025. You know, I was looking at the markets. I couldn't just stop at 5, so I have 10 for you. 10 coins that is going to make me a lot of money, that could potentially help you also make a lot of money. A partnership that we didn't think possible. Are Cardano and Ripple about to enter into a long and very fruitful collaboration and partnership? We have that news. We're also, Robinhood is heating back up as they've listed 4 new altcoins. Speaking of listings, Pepe is officially on Coinbase. If Pepe does what Shiba Inu did back in 2021, where can it go? We'll talk about that and much, much more in today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take old, boring, stale information and repackage that thing up in a fun and sexy way. Lot to unpack today. I am so excited, but I want to start the show off with a message. I want to talk to you, the viewer. We're going to have a heartfelt one-to-one today. Me and you, yeah.
You don't even have a heart.
I do have a heart, and it is going to communicate, okay? $93,000 Bitcoin is here. The bull market is here, and the United States is set to be a buyer of Bitcoin. And what we're seeing now is more than likely institutions and perhaps even nation states front-running the U.S.'s position on buying Bitcoin. If this is your first time here, if it's not your first time here, whatever the case is, you have a very narrow time window to make an ungodly amount of money right now. And so you have about, I'd say 6 months. 6 months to get in on prices before they go absolutely parabolic. And so sitting back and just simply buying Bitcoin, okay, that strategy has worked during the bear market. Now is not the time. Now is not the time to throw ungodly amounts of money into Bitcoin. It is time to use research, tools like ourselves, and you're going to have to get off the couch and stop being lazy and do some research and start identifying where to make money, because you have so much potential here. And if you just have a lazy portfolio and you don't move some of your money around from old projects that aren't pumping and aren't going to pump, you're going to miss out. Now, is all of crypto going to go up? Yes. I think that you could pretty much throw a dart at a board with a top 100 coins on there. You'll probably make some money. It's not hard to make money in this environment, but what is hard is identifying and having the balls to pull the trigger on projects that are going to make you millions of dollars that will essentially get you rich. You don't need to work for the rest of your life. You just need to pay attention and work in the next 6 months to make as much money as possible. Don't fuck it up. How you doing?
Wow. I've been refreshing my portfolio so much, I got a sty in my eye. Bad news. Now, my thing is, okay, you might be saying, well, look, it's a lot of coins. I don't know what to do. I don't know which one to buy, which is going to be, well, that's why you watch this show, because we're going to keep you up to date on everything. We got 2 videos coming out for you today. So make sure to stay tuned. Also, if you're new here, say hello. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And let's start here. Just missed the $1 billion mark. But BlackRock has been on absolute fire. $778 million, guys. We are only $40 billion away in the ETFs from overtaking gold. Think about that. And it won't be too much longer until we overtake gold's market cap, which I may add is $18 trillion. And you look at Bitcoin is 1.8. So a 10x from BTC, and we've overpassed the price of Bitcoin. I think at this point, throwing out numbers like $1 million Bitcoin is not laughed upon, right?
I mean, when you take the global narrative where nations are buying, and at this point, I mean, anything's on the table. I think 1 million is a very, very huge psychological number. So for that reason, I would say to you, like, what's the problem?
I look tiny.
You
know I'm big.
tiny.
We know I'm bigger than you.
You know I'm big.
I'm
Rob,
bigger
bro.
than you.
You know I'm big. Rob.
I'm bigger than you in a lot of ways.
Come on.
Anyway.
Anyways, where I was getting at,
where you getting?
Is that $1 million Bitcoin is on the table. Yes. It's going to be a huge psychological number. I would advise caution to you if you're expecting a $1 million Bitcoin. I think more realistic is somewhere between $300,000 and say $600,000 Bitcoin on if the U.S. does fulfill its promise, if Donald Trump fulfills his promise and says, hey, look, we are going to keep all the Bitcoin we have. We're going to have a strategic reserve. We're going to buy Bitcoin with frequency, 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years, the Cynthia Lummis bill. If that passes, that's a great start. Maybe he gets even more ambitious. Donald Trump, basically said that like anything's on the table when it comes to Bitcoin and their strategic reserve. And so there's not, here's an interesting, I'm gonna pull this up. Interesting. Okay, we were all plugged into here. Check it out. Oh, hey, Rocco.
Rocco is very interesting.
So, Rocco is very interesting. So you got, you have Polymarket. So we know that this was the bearer of truth when it came to the election.
Dude, they were almost perfect.
Yeah. Now, there's a bet going on here. Will Trump create a national strategic reserve for Bitcoin or national Bitcoin reserve? Right now, Polymarket has it at 30%. Now, money is saying that it's less likely. And so this is something we'll keep an eye on to see if this ticks up. But my thing is that Donald Trump hasn't yet really taken a position on Bitcoin in front of public in a press conference yet. Now, he's talked about it at some of his rallies. He's discussed Bitcoin at the convention. But I'm excited to see when he's discussing policy, perhaps one of his press conferences. He's been doing multiple press conferences from Mar-a-Lago, where one, he's talked about getting rid of the federal education system, concealed weapons and permits that can be used across state. He's had a lot of big groundbreaking press conferences. What do you think is going to happen if he has a press conference from Mar-a-Lago where we're seeing it all over social media? They're probably played on Fox News and on NBC, Squawk Box, all that, where he's just standing there like saying, hey, the U.S. is going to be a buyer of Bitcoin, strategic reserve inbound, and watch out. I mean, that'll probably pump the price up even more, right?
I mean, it's becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
The word crypto and Bitcoin is no longer, oh, yeah, you're a crypto guy. Unless your name is Brad Sherman, then he'll never wake up. But I think those days are gone, man. And it's funny, we joke about the whole Thanksgiving Day table, but I'm telling you, I mean, I'll just show you. Already starting to get them. This is from a friend yesterday. Hey, man, I was trying to inveterate, but I'm sure he meant invest. In crypto, I was wondering if you can help me. I don't even know how to choose a company. Guys, this is coming. I'm sure you watching. Real quick, I'm curious. If you've had someone reach out to you over the last week, ask you about buying crypto, put a 1 in the chat. I'm curious to see how many people have gotten this. And it's simple for me. Download Coinbase, start buying Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I got some more alpha for you watching because I know you're watching the channel. I know you're subscribed, hopefully. I know you've liked the video also, but I also know that you're putting in the time. You understand that nothing carries zero risk. And for people that are just getting into the market, I know if I tell them to just buy Bitcoin, even if they buy the absolute top, If they can wait 4 years, they'll be in the green, just like every single person that bought the top in 2021 is currently up 50%. Think about that. You bought the top of a market, and 3 years later, you're up 50%.
No.
What other industry are you going to do that at, right? Also, I was watching a documentary yesterday from Cold Fusion on YouTube, talking about how Gen Z is broke. Okay? Gen Z is broke. They had interviews of, look, I'm working 2 jobs. I make more than the federal minimum wage, and I still cannot live on my own. I still cannot pay for groceries. I can't even save for my retirement. Name me one industry where with little amount of money, you can change that entire scenario around. You can change it around. There is no other space than the one you are in today, which is Bitcoin and crypto. And so it's as easy as either cut costs or earn a little more money, go get pick up a second job, drive Uber, whatever you need to do. Get your discretionary income up to $500 to $1,000. Invest that every single week for 2 years, and you'll be set for life. It's that simple. Very simple. You can't say that about the stock market. Can't say that about a commodities market. You can't say that about gold. You can't say that about penny stocks. Nothing except Bitcoin and crypto. And so exciting times are ahead. This is an interesting take here from David Bailey, the founder of the Bitcoin Magazine. Let me be clear. The United States is being front run on its Bitcoin strategy and must stand up the big SBR as quickly as possible. So what he's saying is countries know the USA is going to start buying Bitcoin, so they're front running this thing. What do you think the likelihood of that is as Bitcoin dips a little down to 91,000? Do you think this is happening?
I think so. I mean, it's just common logic, right? I mean, if you know that there's going to be it's like the halving, right? I mean, the U.S. buying Bitcoin is like the halving. You know that it's going to remove a lot of Bitcoin from the supply, in the same way that the Bitcoin halving, you cut the rewards, so there's less supply. We know that the U.S. is about to step in and remove a ton of Bitcoin from the supply. And in return, you're going to get a price shock to the upside. And so just like the halving, what happens right around the halving? We see the price runs. That's why last halving, we got a new all-time high at that point in time. $70,000 Bitcoin was printed before the halving. And then now, same scenario, massive supply shock coming down around the corner. And I think people are in anticipation. They know that the price is going to skyrocket. So that's why we're here. So,
I'm doing a poll. Will Bitcoin reach 500K this cycle?
And then if you are new here, say hello. We'd love to give you a little shout out. Do me a favor. I want to spam the chat here. Our slogan here is OLA, O-L-A. Do me a favor. Type OLA. We're just checking in. We're doing roll call right now. So put an OLA in the chat. Let me know that you're here, you're watching, you're excited. Let's see. We have over 275 live viewers. Let's see if we can get 200 OLAs in the chat. And I'm going to shout out a lot of the new names that I do not recognize and give you a little love.
Great.
So there you go.
Can't wait for that. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. We talk about, is retail coming? When's retail here? Well, look at this. Coinbase is now the #1 app in finance and number 13 in its entirety. This is a metric that we and a lot of people use to say, hey, what's the interest like on retail? The other one is Google Trends, and the Bitcoin search volume is going up. I do want to give you a little sneak peek of some of the one write-up that's going to be in our almanac. This is understanding crypto market cycles, but a psychological perspective. And where we are now is we're in phase 1. There's essentially, call it 5 phases, okay? So phase 1, the cycle begins when new capital enters, and it goes into Bitcoin. Why? Well, because Bitcoin is the most long-standing and the most liquid asset out there in the crypto space. And so there's more to this. I'm not going to show it, but this is going to be in your almanac that's going to be available publicly. I think we're opening up pre-orders very, very soon. You'll be able to pay, and not just fiat, but cryptocurrency as well. So super excited for that. We got the entirety of the top 100 coins ranked and graded, and it's going to be awesome. So make sure You're following us on X for updates on that at Sin City Crypto 1. Here's an interesting narrative, okay? So Odell Beckham Jr., one of the most, I don't want to say notorious, but one of the most well-known NFL players out there, right? The receiver for the Rams, a lot of people knew him for the receiver for the Giants, that three-finger catch he had. So he tweeted this. So who said taking my Rams salary in Bitcoin was dumb again? Posted a snapshot of Bitcoin. You also had Russell Okung, which was a offensive tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. I want to play this video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what could potentially another little tiny narrative that we might be maybe overlooking. Listen to this.
And it hit me. Money does not exist.
The Seattle Seahawks select Russell Okung.
You mean I traded my entire life for something which does not exist? So I was the first NFL player paid in Bitcoin in 2019.
Okung tweeted today that he was paid in Bitcoin.
But I never shared how I became one of the highest paid NFL players in all of.
I bet we're going to see more of this. I bet we're going to see more professional athletes decide to take their money in Bitcoin. Can we see it being taken in something like Ethereum? Maybe. What are your thoughts on that? You know, athletes have, especially in the NFL, very short lifespan as far as like playing career, right? And a lot of them go broke because they pay a lot of taxes. Yada, yada. Now, if Trump comes in and Bitcoin as payment is not taxed, just like sending Zelle is, right? Also, no capital gains tax, which has been thrown out there. I mean, what kind of influx of money are we going to get into Bitcoin from, whether it's athletes, whether it's entertainers, whether it's, I don't know, anyone taking their salaries in Bitcoin? I mean, I think this is a narrative that's worth talking about. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, will other athletes follow suit? Absolutely. And also, we know that athletes tend to blow through their cash pretty quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I know that, you know, if you've ever watched any of these documentaries at like training camps or in the locker rooms at the beginning of the year, a lot of these teams will bring in a financial expert or someone that can kind of be like, hey, let's you guys are now millionaires or have come across fortune. Let's not squander it. And so education with finance when it comes to these athletes is it's not anything new. And perhaps you know, it becomes normal, right? Perhaps we go into an environment where an entire team decides to, hey, we're going to offer Bitcoin to all of our players, and whatever percentage they want to take their pay in, they can. The same way that a company would offer 401k and say, hey, this is available, however much you want to put out of your paycheck into this. And then what I think is what we're gonna see is this come outside of sports and into corporate America and also to corporate jobs around the world. And so I think that if you have a company that has a large, payroll division or HR, I think it would be kind of common place moving forward where, you know, your average salaried employee is going to their boss and saying, hey, do you guys mind, or do you have the capabilities of paying me in crypto, particularly Bitcoin? I think that's going to be normal, right? And I know that's not anything new, but the idea is still new, right? The idea of it is still hasn't been adopted. And so I think that's going to be normal as well. And, you know, these Bitcoin is just going to be the median for the world, right? It's going to slowly transition out of the dollar when it comes to saving money, and it's going to move over to Bitcoin. I mean, we're seeing it with the US, right? We're going to be a buyer of Bitcoin. We're going to have a strategic reserve. Why are they doing that? They could just simply hold their own fiat. They could, you know, sell more treasury bonds, but they realize that there's a transition coming. There's a transition here, and they need to get positioned there. And so people are going to do the same thing. Not surprised in the slightest. I'm excited to see companies taking their money and following MicroStrategy's playbook and buying Bitcoin and holding it as a treasury reserve asset, or just simply just buying Bitcoin and holding it, right?
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
So, you know, Social Security is kind of fucked, right? Like, there's just not enough people putting in than people.
Yeah.
Kind of see where I'm trying to go here?
Wow. Yes.
Well, so this is interesting. I know a lot of people are like, okay, this thing's been running hot, right? Well, when are we going to get that big pullback? I have said, and I will continue to say, we will not see more than a 20% pullback in this bull market, but we will see potentially 10%, 11%, 12%. Who knows? What that number?
You're still on that Kool-Aid?
I
bro?
am still on the Kool-Aid, man. And the Kool-Aid tastes delicious. So this is
You
from
know,
Rec.
you know markets don't go up without coming back down, right?
They're going to come back down. I think it's going to come back down more than 20% in one clip. Anyways, in the 2017 cycle, it took 8 weeks of upside into price discovery before Bitcoin experienced any sort of deeper pullback. In the 2021 cycle, Bitcoin rallied 4 weeks into price discovery before a deeper pullback. We are only in week 2 right now. And so could we see 2 more weeks of massive upside gains? I think we're going to get 100K by the end of the week.
You know, Michael Saylor thinks that we're going to get to 100K pretty soon as well. He's even going to have a host a party as well. And so, you want to see? I got his tweet here. He is planning a Bitcoin party, and so you have here, per Michael Saylor, Bitcoin party at 100K, which I immediately replied, "Can I come? Invite? Question mark? Saylor." Not a party without Sin City Crypto. Just letting you know. Are we going to go down to Miami if we get an invite? You down?
What do you think I'm going to say? Yes.
Okay, just double checking. Okay, cool.
Jesus.
Sailor, we're waiting for the invite. Let us know. We'll be there. Plane tickets will be booked. I'm just curious. Will we book that plane ticket this week? Will we get to 100K by the end of the week, by Sunday? I want to know, what do you think here in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if we hit $100,000 Bitcoin. We'll throw out Saturday. So by Saturday, we see $100,000 Bitcoin. Put a 1 in the chat. If you think that the markets are too frothy, we're going to pull back and we're not quite there yet, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know where you guys land on the direction of price of Bitcoin. I do want to give it a little love to the chat. If you're new here, say something. But some of the new faces, we got Jay Ryan, Grid, Tox, Ivanildo, Glenn Wharton, Jose Rojas, Rod G, West, Ape Strong, Starchild, Leo Mo, Hernando, Terry, Larry C, Merslav, TC, Gary Austin, Levi, Ada Head, and MB. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City.
Joel Taylor said, swap my ADA for ICP. Am I about to get wrecked?
You don't really want to buy the big pumps, but if there's one project I couldn't really fault you for, would be Cardano. We know that when Cardano starts moving, it tends not to slow down too much, right? Now, what we have seen was you can look at last bull market cycle as an example. Cardano was around 5 cents, blew up to about 20 cents, right? Hung out around 20 cents for a while. Maybe a month or two. Then it shot up to that 50 cents, hung around there for a month or two, shot up to 80 cents, same thing, then $1, $1.20. And so it did just make a big move from, was it 32 cents to 60? And so it might hang out here. So if you did swap, I would not swap again for a couple months. Give it some time. Don't panic sell. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the price of Bitcoin? I mean, price of Cardano blowing up right now versus ICP? Because I think ICP's about ready to pop, right?
ICP hasn't really popped.
I'm saying it's about ready to pop, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I think that's inbound as well.
I would have exposure to both, but yeah, I mean, they're both going to run. That's the beauty of the bull market is you can have it in both, and you'll make money on both. Big news today. Finally, Coinbase lists Pepe on the exchange. Now, I was like, okay, SHIB last cycle had a big run up. And I look back, I'm like, okay, when did it get listed on Coinbase? It got listed on Coinbase in September of 2021, right? At that point, prior to that, SHIB was at a $4 billion market cap. After it got listed on Coinbase, by November, it 10x'd to a $44 billion market cap. Where is Pepe right now? Pepe is up. It doubled in Jesus, it doubled in 7 days. It's up 40% on the 24-hour. So it's currently sitting at call it an $8 billion market cap. Can this thing get to 80 billion? Can we get a 10x out of Pepe as it gets the Coinbase listing? What are your thoughts on Pepe here?
10x?
And that's what SHIB did after it got a Coinbase listing.
I mean, it's possible. What number is it on the market cap?
17.
17. Oof. I mean, at this point, you got to pick favorites, right? Because if you think Pepe is going to 10x, then I think that SHIB underperforms. And so I think Doge continues the charge, continues the lead, and then from there we're gonna have. I mean, look at Doge. At Doge with the massive market cap it has. I mean, take a look at this chart here. It was only a little. It's only a little over a month ago. It was under 10 cents. Currently flirting around 40 cents. My lord, that's a 4x in 2 months, just off of one of the largest cryptos out there, right? Number 6 on the market cap list. And so SHIB, if Doge 4x, Pepe is a lot smaller market cap. Pepe $6 billion. Doge sitting at 56 billion. And so it would rival the current market cap of Doge. I'd say 5x. I don't quite think that Pepe has the firepower to climb up to a 10x, but that's just my opinion.
This is interesting here. The market cap of Dogecoin is currently higher than Hilton, Nintendo, Mercedes, Block, Barclays, Freddie Mac, NASDAQ, Universal Music Group, Volkswagen, BMW, Delta, Adidas, Honda. This is a meme coin. Doge, I'll say right now, Doge is part of my picks. You see your thumbnail here. Our top 5 altcoins. I couldn't do 5 out of 10. We're going to share those here in a second. But I want to share this big piece of news here that Jason Yanowitz posted. Some of these were under heavy SEC scrutiny. Now the BlackRock stamp of approval has been expended as BlackRock launches their BUIDL program, extending it to Aptos, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Optimism, and Polygon. So what Jason is saying here is now that BlackRock has expanded to these layer 1s and layer 2s on there as well, they're essentially putting the stamp of approval. We know BlackRock, they don't really get no's, right? They don't get told no by the SEC, by the CFTC, by really the government. And so do you agree with Jason here that this is essentially a stamp of approval for these listed altcoins?
I mean, anything that BlackRock touches, we know rallies. Hedera is a great example, right? Hedera had a headline in the middle of the bear market or in the early stages of the bull market about a tokenized fund on BlackRock. Anyways, we saw what happened there with Hedera.
But that wasn't BlackRock. That was them.
I know it wasn't. But what I'm saying is that people made the correlation. People were like, hey, like BlackRock, Hedera, oh my God, price ran up. And so now you have BlackRock launching the BUIDL on, and then you have all of those listed. The interesting one there is Polygon. I know that we've been kind of throwing a little bit of shade on Polygon. Optimism, Arbitrum, not surprised to see those there, but I don't know, man. Avalanche, I can't get over Avalanche. I think that is probably the most undervalued crypto right now in the top 20. I mean, am I on a top 20? Is there for this bull market, David? For this bull market, is there one crypto that is undervalued? I'm not saying that it's the God blockchain, but for where it is on price, where you expect it to be on price, where it's at now compared to where you think it's going to go. Do you think? Do you agree with my sentiment?
My 2 are Avalanche and Chainlink. Those are my 2.
But I don't think Chainlink is going to explode the way that Avalanche is this bull market. Now,
you ask about
undervalued. I agree with you. Undervalued. Chainlink is massively undervalued. It's a long-term play, but I like to look at this as we alluded to when we opened up this show. There is a very small time window to make some insane amount of returns right now in crypto, and Avalanche, I think, is one of the most solid picks right now. It's down 4% on the day. It's only up 24% on the week. When I say only, you look at the competitions like Sui, that it's up 42%. Then, of course, we look at the meme coins. Those are all massively up. Cardano's up 60%. So I would expect us a rally coming out of Avalanche. You know what? I did want to show this piece of news here. Guess what? At $90,000 Bitcoin, Satoshi is now in the top 20 for the richest person in the world. So, can I get a round of applause for Satoshi? Satoshi Nakamoto, you are now top 20 richest person in the world.
It's gonna break people's minds.
That's interesting, right?
It's gonna break people's thinking.
You know,
Like, what? Some random dude that no one even knows who he is worth $90 billion. You realize if Bitcoin gets to $1 million, he'll be a trillionaire, right?
Yeah,
He or she.
He will be the richest person in the world if, by some long shot, that person's still around, has seed phrase, has a wallet that is accessible. The big question is, if Satoshi's alive, one, that's question one. Number two would be, if he is alive, or she, or they,
Or them.
or them,
Or
do they
what are
have
the other
do
pronouns?
they have access to the Bitcoin? That's the big question. Will the wallet ever wake up? That I don't know. So I doubt it, but if it does, I mean, number 20 on the richest richest man of world ranking.
NFTs. Guess who looks like they're stepping back into the arena
I
here?
already know. Is the McRib back?
The McRib is not back, but the McDoodle is back. What do I mean? Here we go.
Oh boy.
This is
It's the ring on
from
the cup.
McDonald's.
There we go.
This is the Doodles NFT project, which had a massive run up to around 15 Ethereum. I don't even know where it's at right now. But do NFTs make a comeback?
I think they do, but it's going to be later in the market. The same timing. Why did people invest in NFTs? You know why? Don't give me that it's digital art and you
wanted to
own
make
it. What happened was people had so much damn money they didn't know what to do. They were like, this JPEG thing, yeah, okay. And they just wildly threw out 15 grand, $8,000, $6,000. People ain't got money like that just right now. People ain't got the capital sitting on the sidelines. You're going to get ultra wealthy crypto millionaires that just spawn out of nowhere. They just rise up. They're just like, hey, holy shit, I'm a millionaire. And then they're not savvy investors now. They're not legacy millionaires that are like, okay, I need a budget. I need to set this aside. I need to buy some real estate. I need to buy some gold. Like, no, they're just some dude that's got 7 figures, 8 figures in their checking account. And they're like, Jesus Christ. And so they buy dumb crap. And let's be honest, 99.9% of NFTs last bull market were dumb crap. But it ain't going to stop people from doing it. And if you think that people aren't going to wildly throw their money into dumbass things this bull market, you are sadly mistaken, especially the crypto degen. If you're willing to just throw money at some random meme project, you best believe when there's some kind of trending NFT narrative thing going on right now, whether it's music or video or some kind of membership thing or it's another freaking Trump NFT line. I don't know what it is. But when it does hit, believe me, money will be thrown around, but we got to wait till later in the cycle when people earn massive profit and they don't know what the hell to throw their money into. So
I want to share a video here from Vlad Tenev, the co-founder and CEO of Robinhood. Listen to this.
Can you explain to the viewer and everybody who I think is trying to make sense of this, what under President-elect Trump we're going to see in the form of regulation that would result in prices like this and possibly even higher if you believe that's where this is all headed?
Hey, good to see you guys. Yeah, I mean, we have seen basically what people are calling the Trump pump. So there's widespread optimism that the Trump administration, which has stated that they wish to embrace cryptocurrencies and make America the center of cryptocurrency innovation worldwide, is going to have a much more forward-looking policy towards this new industry. And I think what you're seeing is the market reacting to that.
But how does that manifest itself? What does that actually look like in reality?
Well, I think the hope is for, first of all, the approach that the SEC has taken over the past 4 years, which has been regulation by enforcement, not providing clear rules of the road for companies engaging in this new industry, and in fact, just pursuing enforcement cases, essentially trying to stifle innovation, trying to stop these companies from operating in the U.S. That's pushed a lot of the really interesting innovation offshore, which I think has been unfortunate. So I think the idea is that we would see that stopping and hopefully some legislation. And now that Republicans have control over not just the executive branch, but Congress as well, that innovation might actually come through.
And is that innovation, you think, related? I mean, we keep looking at.
So here you have the CEO of, a lot of people say, the most retail-driven, retail-friendly exchange. Well, not exchange, but essentially platform, right? Mostly stocks, but they're expanding their crypto. As you can see here, they're now added Solana, ADA, XRP, and Pepe. You have a lot of retail-friendly chains, retail-friendly platforms. You have Moonshot, that you can onboard fiat money with Apple Pay, and you can buy verified meme coins. I am telling you guys right now, you watching, don't laugh at meme coins. I would allocate at least 10% of your portfolio to meme coins. You want to make some serious money? Allocate at least 10% of your portfolio to meme coins. Would I have said this 3 years ago? Absolutely not. But we are entering into, I think, the NFTs of last cycle, the massive just run up in price. We're going to see that in meme coins. We're going to see it in meme coins. And if you don't have exposure to meme coins, guys, you're going to lose out. Someone said, did you buy Peanut? He made a shitload of money on Peanut. I made a lot of money on Peanut. I bought it at 8 cents. I think Rob got a little higher entry point on that. There's a few other ones I'm going to share in my top 5 picks that I want. And we're going to be launching a Patreon soon. And in the Patreon, we're going to be sharing more of the degen plays for people that understand the big risks, but also the massive upside. We've hit a lot of big projects and made a lot of money. And so if you're wondering, hey, which ones are going to be the lowest risk on the risk curve, but the highest reward, we'll be sharing that throughout the entirety, really, of the bull market. And so if you're new here and you're wondering, hey, how can I make some of these massive gains that I see people posting, we're going to be helping you through the way. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. With that being said, let's take a look at the markets and then we'll get into our top crypto picks. Robin.
Right. There's a lot of green in the markets today. And so you have, once again, a little pullback on Bitcoin on its current price. We did see it above 93,000, but it has fallen off a little bit, back down to 90,000. Expect big volatility swings when we're in price discovery. So don't be surprised to see this maybe drop down to 88,000 and then shoot back up to 95. This is typical when you're in price discovery and you're in a brand new, a brand new zone, right? So we're right around that $90,000 zone. But I mean, look where we've been, how we got here. 10 days ago, we were at $68,000. Let that sink in. 10 days ago, we were at $68,000. Let's get back to the altcoins now. And then if there's an altcoin you want me to take a peek at, put it in the chat. I'd love to pull it up, talk about it. We're going to give you our top 5 picks here in a few minutes. But taking a look, Peanut up 220% on the 7-day, up 100%. So congratulations to you that threw a little bit of money at that. Now it's a lot of bit of money. Now you see that you have Pepe.
You say a lot of bit of money?
Yeah, a lot of bit of money. Yeah. So the the meme coins are leading the top 10. You got Peanut, Pepe, Dog with Hat, Mogcoin, Floki, Popcat, Bonk.
All meme coins.
Yeah, I mean the only exclusion would be Leo and Leo and Bitcoin SV. Outside of that,
Okay, Bitcoin SV is a meme coin.
Yeah, it pretty much is. All right, so let's go down the list. MINA protocol in the top 100 again, and so this is one of our legacy favorites. Maybe this is something that climbs up the ranks here again. A lot of bullish nature, or a lot of bullish sentiment that we saw in last bull market cycle. So will we see a resurgence of MINA? I think it's possible. Also, ApeCoin, very interesting play here. Are you a fan of ApeCoin at its current market cap list?
Not really.
At 91. No, you're fading that.
Fading ApeCoin.
All right. And then taking a look at the
Hey, real
big
quick,
drawdowns.
I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this Bitcoin chart, guys. If you're a trader, I think now's a great. I think this is a good long opportunity. So this is BTC on the 4-hour. We are on the upper end of our fair value gap, right? We have 3 of them. Well, actually, we have 4 of them since we broke out from around $77,000. You can see here this was back yesterday. 3 times price wicked into this fair value gap zone, which the midline was around 85.2, and we saw a rally up to 92,000. Where we are now, we are at the upper end of our next level fair value gap, from around 88.2 to 89.9. And so we're right there, and you can see in real time Bitcoin's price is reacting. And so this is a very simple indicator. It's called Price Action Concepts from Lux Algo. We actually have a link in the description of the video if you want to use it. But this is an area that,
Guys, if you have TradingView, it would. How much is it? Like,
I mean,
how much is the indicator?
it's like it's super cheap for the amount of money you can. I don't. It's not that.
Is it less than $10?
Lux Algo, the
Yeah.
price action one.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head, but ours is $15 a month.
Okay, $15 a month. That's where I'm getting at. So our indicator, if you use TradingView, $15, just try it out. Pick it up. We love it. We absolutely love it. So do us a favor. Support the channel. Pick it up. Thank you.
Look, I mean, we're already up $600, right? And so this is why you want to pay attention. You want to pay attention to levels. You want to pay attention and have some good indicators on there. Something simple that you don't have to be a magic internet money level trader who understands every single indicator and every single pattern and chart. Where you can put something as simple as this on and say, okay, where are the gaps? Where are the liquidations? Where are the premium zones, the discount zones, and where is our equilibrium to price? And if you would have entered into this right here at $90,000 with some sort of leverage, you would have already been in the green. So if you did that and the speed of light, congratulations, you've made a lot of money. And so moving on, our top coins, you know, the idea was for us to do 5 each, right? I don't know how many you got, but
Why can't you just stick to the rules?
I'm going down the list, man. And I was so bullish. I was so bullish on so many coins. I got 10. I got 10 of them, but I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So let's start here. My first pick. Let's see here. What I got. My first pick. I'm going with Kronos. So is it massively overbought at this current moment? Yes. Is it a good entry point?
Yes.
Can you buy it cheaper maybe in the next 2 weeks? Yes.
Don't take that risk.
Do you want to take that risk and miss out? No.
No.
And so for me, I saw what happened last bull market. I mean, look at its previous all-time high, 80 cents, currently at 16 cents. The exchanges, we've filtered through the exchanges. There are less of them now. And so FTX is gone, Voyager is gone, and Binance.us is kind of not a thing anymore. So for US-based customers, your options are Crypto.com, Coinbase, Kraken, certain states. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. And so does Kraken have a coin? David?
No,
Does Coinbase have a coin?
not yet. I think they're going to get one, though.
Okay.
I really do.
But I don't think they are.
Okay.
But regardless, one exchange to rule them all and one exchange that has a coin, and that is Kronos. So we actually got a video coming out 30 minutes after we're done going live, or at 12:30 East Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time. So if you want a little bit more of our perspective on Kronos and why we're so bullish on it, we got that around the corner. Next up, I want to highlight Phantom. Phantom, I think, is probably my favorite play outside the top 50. It's barely outside the top 50. And so you look at Phantom, this is something that had a ton of buzz last bull market. We always, or at least I'm always on this narrative that, hey, if, or what sectors are going to rally? What niches are going to rally in crypto? I always default back to what crypto was built for, and it's DeFi, payments, infrastructure, on cross-border payments. Basically, it's just cheaper, faster, and easier to send money through crypto. And it's in the projects that facilitate DeFi, Phantom, I think are going to be clear-cut winners. And so for me, I am a very, very bullish on Phantom. I think it's my top DeFi play. I mean, I know you probably have like AAVE or something as your top DeFi play.
Yeah, AAVE's my top DeFi play.
Yeah, for me, it's Phantom. I can't argue with your AAVE play. I think it's a safer pick. I think, but for upside for this bull market, for how communities tend to pile in on a crypto, I think that Phantom is it's one of my favorites. All right. And then going down the list, I don't have it here readily pulled up. Let me scroll down. Where's Ondo at? There it is. Ondo. I think that we're short selling the bullish hype that we should be having for Ondo. Ondo is the blockchain of choice. This is the project, the baby of BlackRock. This facilitates all of the wild predictions that we've heard from Larry Fink, where he said, hey, we're going to tokenize everything. And when he says, when the CEO of BlackRock, the largest company in the world,
Company that bailed out the U.S. government.
yes, that company says, hey, we are going to tokenize stocks, the world, commodities, and we're going to do it on a blockchain. They chose Ondo. This is at number 68. If you don't have Ondo, you need to wake the hell up. You need this in your portfolio. You need a certain percentage of Ondo in your portfolio. I don't know what that percentage is. I don't know how much of it you want, but if you do not hold some Ondo, you are going to miss out. I look at Ondo in the same way that I look at Bitcoin. It might not be the sexiest thing. You can't go to work and tell your other coworkers about how awesome Ondo is. It's kind of boring. They're going to tokenize everything. BlackRock, you start saying that to the mechanic or to the plumber or to the waitress, you're going to lose their interest real quick. They want to know about meme coins and Cardano and all this stuff. But Ondo is probably the biggest sleeper pick, and it's at number 68. So,
Holy shit.
what's up? And so, I did want to also my fourth pick, not surprising, is Avalanche. And so for Avalanche, for me, I won't expand on it too much because I was kind of already talking about it. I think that massively undervalued. I think that it's gaming narrative. Gaming, we saw what gaming did last bull market through the likes of Metaverse. We saw Decentraland and Sandbox and Meta, the company Meta, which was formerly Facebook, get so much attention because of the Metaverse. And I think that now is going to shift into gaming and tokenizing the assets that you have in game, rewarding players through crypto. having a marketplace where you have tens of thousands of transactions just in a game because people are simply buying and selling skins or whatever it is they find on the marketplace. Now, my last pick, I gotta swing for the fences here. I gotta swing for the fences. I gotta give you a massive degen play because I know everyone here is watching. They're like, you know what? Where can I just make a boatload of money? Where can I just park $5,000 and then become a millionaire? Well, you got to go way down the risk curve on this one. You really got to take some risk. Now, I'm going to proceed. I'm going to before I give you this pick, I'm going to tell you, proceed with caution. We are not financial advisors. I'm just the degen. You want my irresponsible, I want to make a lot of money pick. I'm going to give it to you. It ain't going to be the first time you heard about it either. Here it is.
Moodang.
Moodang. Now,
Terrible.
Moodang, this thing right here, is number 224 on the market cap list, does have a listing on Binance. It has the social media trend and craze, and all of the altcoins have already exploded. I mean, all the meme coins, all the big boys have exploded. This is new on the scene. We know how new cryptos operate. When they start to catch buzz, community starts to get behind them. Money starts rolling over from Doge down to SHIB, down to Pepe, down to Peanut. And then they're like, what's the next one? What's the one that people recognize? Do not sleep on Moodang. This will be in the top 100. Mark my words.
You're
it will be in the top 100.
You are high.
I am not high. It will be in the top 100. Put it down, stamp it, tattoo it. I don't give a damn. It's coming.
Wow. Okay.
That's my 5.
I added 2 more, so I got 12.
Okay, you pick 5.
Nope.
No.
Nope, I'm going 12.
Honestly, dude.
Nope.
Dude, you got to pick 5 because then at that point you're diluting your picks, right?
That's fine.
Like for me, I could have easily picked 20.
Your time is up. It's my turn.
I could have easily
It's
picked
my
20,
turn. Shut your mouth.
but I had to narrow
I
it
am
down.
going-
I had to say to my viewer, these 5 are the most important 5 altcoins.
I'm going number 1, Ethereum. I'm not going to go down the list of Ethereum plays. I think Ethereum is very undervalued. It's going to catch up to Bitcoin. Also, I'm looking at Stellar Lumens. I've been buying Stellar Lumens at around 9 cents. It's got a big RWA narrative, bullish on that. I'm bullish on Kronos. RUNE, I think, is a very, very undervalued play. $1.13 billion for a project that has so many great narratives. 2 of them come to mind immediately. Decentralized physical infrastructure, that's number 1. But number 2 is AI. With their AO supercomputer leveraging the RUNE token. I do have a DeFi play. I'm bullish on AVAVE, but Thorchain is one you need to have on your radar, sitting at a $1.9 billion market play. And now we're going to go a little farther down the risk curve. Virtual Protocol sitting at number 218 with $358 million, as I don't know what the hell I just pressed. But this one is going to be your AI play, your AI agents. This is launched on Base. I expect Coinbase to list this on the exchange. Super excited for Virtual Protocol. We did launch a token as kind of like a fun test run. Did launch it on there. Super easy, cheap. It was fun. Also, VeChain at a $2 billion market cap, sitting at just shy of, or just over 2.5 cents. If they can capture that supply chain market, I think VeChain could be in for a massive rally. I'm adding Pepe. I think Pepe can 7 to 10x from here. Just got the Coinbase listing again, drawing the comparisons to what SHIB did back in 2021 after it got a Coinbase listing, going from $4 billion to $44 billion in a matter of 2 months. I think something similar can happen at Pepe. The only caution I would say is there's a lot more notable meme coins now, especially on chains like Solana, versus last cycle, majority of them were on ETH. That is my only one thing. Doge. This to me is a absolute no-brainer. And I put out this tweet or this post yesterday. You guys realize that the word Doge is going to be everywhere in the media over the next 4 years. They're already on the Trump website. There's already merchandise with Doge and the Dogecoin logo, right? You have the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk talking about it. Will Tesla accept it again? Will X have it as a form of payment. I think even at a massive market cap of $56 billion, I think Doge is an easy $2 play, right? An easy 4 or 5x. Also, a little more on the degen side. Shrub. This is at a $112 or $106 million market cap. Very, very risky. But I enter this around 5.5 cents. So sitting at 11 cents. Shrub is Elon Musk's pet hedgehog. It's got a lot of whale wallets in there, and it's also got a lot of volume. So that is down my risk curve. We also had a big piece of news. Coinbase is listing dog with hat. So they're going down the list of meme coins. We've had Pepe, dog with hat. Are we going to get more potentially? So I'm thinking, well, they're probably going to list a few meme coins from their own base chain, right? So number one, Brett. Brett's currently sitting at $1.22 billion in market cap, the largest meme coin on the base chain. And one a little further down the risk and further down the list and a little more risky is Benji. Benji's sitting at a $42 million market cap, number 646. This thing gets listed. I think this thing could go pretty parabolic. So I'm telling you guys,
Can you do me a favor?
minimum have 10% of your portfolio in meme coins.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just pick 5 out of that?
No.
No. Here's the reason I'm asking is because I want to ask the audience which 5 do you think will outperform, the 5 that I picked or the 5 that you picked. I don't know. It's a very simple ask here. I mean, pick 5 coins. That's what our thumbnail's about here. The show
You seem
theme.
very upset. I picked 10. That's what I did.
I'm just saying I would like to get perspective from the viewers. I want to say, hey, which 5 do you think is a better hold here? Do you think
Your picks were whack anyways. You
I
had to
picked
say-
27.
Huh?
I picked 27 coins.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
tomorrow
picked
I'll pick
number
something.
1 through 100 on the market cap list. We're gonna make money.
These are my lists.
You're not gonna pick 5. I want to ask honestly. I want to ask the audience here.
Okay.
Thank you. Jesus. All right. So I did want to give a little love to the chat. We got a lot of new people here. We have Chris Fox, Matt H, Port and Sky AT, Mountain Magnets. We got I Am Crummy, Deedler, Dylan B, Nakash, J Champ, Din, Mr. Rhett, Rod G, Cardonian, Cali CPS, Ugos Flows, Flexa, Dub Proof, Adam Arroyo, Neum, Klauv. We got Cookies, Dylan B, also Marco G, and Pipette. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, we got we also got Crypto Z in here as well. So, to all of you that are new, welcome to the club. And do us a favor, if you've not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We'll be glad to have you join the team. Got a bunch of cool videos coming out. We got a Chronos video, as I mentioned earlier. Also a Sui video coming out. And so if you want the tea on those 2 projects, make sure you got your notification bells checked as well. Those are around the corner. So. What's up, bro? Did you pick 5?
We got the list or we're going to fall asleep?
Okay, so
We got
I
a
want to
list?
know which 5 projects do you think is a better hold between what I had listed and what David has listed? So for me, I'm going with Chronos, Avalanche, Ondo, Phantom, and Mudang. That is my 5, the top 5 cryptos that you are going to see the biggest returns on this bull market. So I'd say like 6 months, right? 6 to 12 months. I think those are my top 5 altcoin picks. What do you got for 5 altcoin picks? Outperform my portfolio, my 5-coin portfolio in the next 6 to 12 months.
Stellar Lumens, RUNE, Virtual, Doge, and Brett. Those are my 5.
Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Big Rob's portfolio is Big Sexy going to take the winner. Put a 2 in the chat if you think David's portfolio, RUNE, Brett, what else did you say?
XLM and Doge.
XLM, Doge, and then, yeah. So there you go.
Okay. All right. That'll do it for the show today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. Also, go follow us on X at Sin City Crypto 1. With that being said, Rocco, thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Make sure you have your notification bells on. We're going to be throwing a lot of content your way that you do not want to miss. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sin City, crypto, everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I split the game, but they gave it. Named according to your favorite, I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners, ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors, they gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin, laggers we trade them in. Baddies they came to sin, and sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya, to the moon, then to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya, it's over. When the finger tornado